Hi, welcome to Websites Tools. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create real-time uh, conversion pop-up notifications for your Shopify store. So let me quickly introduce Websites Tools. So Websites Tools offers you 24 different pop-ups and widgets for every online store, online business, e-commerce, Shopify, be whatever. Today's video we're going to cover quick steps for configuring your uh, conversion pop-up notifications on your Shopify store. So first you have to, I believe, before you go ahead with the steps in this video, you must create your website's tools login account. You can create a free account with just your email ID. You don't need a credit card. And once you've done that, then we're ready to go in. So I have created my account, and now I've just logged into my website's tools login dashboard. So as you can see here, I've already created. If you haven't created a campaign, you need to create a campaign here. Give it a name and add the pixel code to your store. I've done that in a separate video. You can check that out. How to add your pixel code to your Shopify store. So now we're going to go into the campaign that I have created, which is called WT Fashions. All right, so I'm going to click into it. All right, so here we are. So to create a notification, you need to hit on this purple button here, which says Create Notification. So once you hit this Create Notification button, login, the dashboard will load all the 24 different pop-ups uh, that that you have access to. So in your free account, you have access to all the 24 pop-ups. There's no restrictions whatsoever. You can choose whatever you like. But for this video, we're going to go with the conversion, latest conversion pop-ups, social proof notifications that will show on your store for every transaction or every action that visitors take on your site to create FOMO, where other online shoppers can see what other visitors are doing on your store. All right, so let's go back to the campaign. So I've already created one notification. I'm going to quickly open that up by clicking on the demo latest conversions notification. So as you can see here, uh, everything is easy and self-explanatory. As you can see, there are prompts beneath every input uh, box, and it tells you exactly what you need to do. If you need more help, you can go down to the help desk. Just click on this purple box here, and you can access all the knowledge base and all the FAQs and everything that you would need to go ahead and quickly set up your pop-up. So first, let's go ahead and uh, uh, go ahead and quickly go through these few steps here. So you have the settings page under the notification where you have the notification name. This is the name that you will give it so that you quickly know what this notification is. The conversion title is what you see here right on top in the purple. And then the conversion description is what you see here in black. And we'll go into that a little bit later. The image URL. The image URL is this image here. You could actually, if you're creating manual pop-up notifications, then you can just type in your title here, just put whatever product description you want, and you can just copy any image URL. It could be the image of an individual or a product. Just copy that and paste it here, and then the notification URL. This is where you want to put uh, the page or the landing page URL and toggle this on. So if anybody clicks on your pop-up, they will go straight to that page. All right. So this is just a way of quickly creating FOMO and then getting your visitors to click on that pop-up and taking them straight to that particular landing page. All right, and here you can decide on how many conversions to show and a delay in between seconds, how many seconds you want to show, between each. So click update and then you have that page set. Next we go into, you have the triggers. We'll go into that in a separate video on how to set this up. All right, and then the display, how long to set it, position, and then customize is where you go in and do a lot of the design and the animations and all of that good stuff. All right, and then data is where we actually work for the real-time conversion notifications called using webhooks. So this is something that we're going to be covering in this video. All right. So before we proceed, you first need to have your Shopify store. So I have created a demo Shopify store here called WT Fashion. And as you can see, the store it's just a demo store to show you how these live real-time pop-up notifications actually show up on the site. All right. So let's go into the Shopify dashboard. All right. So you need to go below here under settings. All right. I think just a minute here, please. All right. Yeah, there you go. All right. Sorry, the image was blocking the settings. So as you can see, settings here right at the bottom on the left side bar. Click on settings. Then yeah, once again, yeah, I need to move this around a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. So right on this left side sidebar, click on notifications. On this page, on the notifications page, scroll all the way to the bottom. All right. And as you can see here, webhooks. Create a webhook. Okay. So you see this pop-up that comes up here called Add Webhook. So now you go back into your websites tools dashboard. So we last under settings, we're under the data tab. So here we have webhook trigger. So you have to copy this URL here, all right, and then toggle this auto capture button on, all right, and hit update. Now come back into your Shopify dashboard, all right, paste that URL there. Now you need to define an event, and at what event on do you want this pop-up to be triggered? So there are many permutations and combinations that you can choose from, like cart creation. You can use it for inventory item creation, uh, location update, order fulfillment, product creation. I mean, be it as you like. I mean, whatever your store, whatever your business, uh, you know, uh, what drives your business, what metrics drive your business, you can create any number of permutation and combinations. So for this video, we're going to go with uh, order payment because that's what we're looking at when somebody actually makes a buy on the store. We want to trigger a pop-up and then capture that data and display it in the pop-up. All right, make sure the format is JSON. Just leave this as it is as default. Hit save. All right, and you'll see this webhook saved successfully. Okay, so now as you can see here, we have created an order payment event webhook. All right, you can send a test notification. Now, when you hit this send test notification, an example webhook request has been sent. So now we come back into our website's tools dashboard, right? So we come up here under this notification that we created, we go into the data tab. All right. So as you can see, I have created I had created one demo notification earlier. I did a live simulation transaction a while later, and then this is just now I have created this test notification. All right, great. So as you can see, the amount of data, that it has captured, I mean, this is basically your store, your Shopify store has multiple data points, and each variable, each data point has multiple values, right? So in this case, what we're going to do is you could create pop-up notifications, customize them as you like. All right. So as you can see in an earlier case, so in this case, we have email. All right. We don't have a name that is captured. So we see email. All right, and then we see different values. We see the product value, the quantity. All right. We can see the discounts. You can use any permutation or combination that you want. I mean, to define the product title. Okay, what product was purchased. All right, and the value of the product here, 25.99. All right. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create. So we're going to use this data, this test data. So this test data is your basis for creating your pop-up notification. Once you customize the configuration of that pop-up notification, then every time a transaction happens, the same variables that you have chosen will be pulled out from your Shopify store data and will be displayed in your pop-up. All right. So I'm just going to go back here and show you the first one that we created here. Okay. So this was a test notification like the earlier one. All right. And then the values that I had captured were line items, line item title, line item price, line item quantity, and line item vendor. Okay. So now I go back into settings of this pop-up. Yeah. So here we are. All right. Yeah. So now we are into the settings tab of the pop-up, right? So as we can see, this is how I created it. Joe from New York. So uh, and then I use these variables, and every time I customized this description. So the title also, you can pull out data uh, from that. You can pull out data from your Shopify data store. If you have the name, if you have a name field, which you will have if you have a customer who's registered on your store, then he's going to have a name when he makes a purchase, and that data will be captured. So if it's a guest purchase, then you might not have a name, but then it's yeah, you will have an email. So in which case you can even use email as a as a field here. So what we do is that in that case we'll just have to put any variable that you use. You must put it into these tags, right? and then add them here, and then and then they will show up. All right. So for this particular pop-up, what we've done is we have shown that the title of the pop-up is Joe from New York, and the conversion description is purchased uh, line item vendor. So this will give you the product brand. So in this case, it's Sheen. So purchase Sheen, and the next one is the title of the product. So whatever the garment, in this case, it's a woman's dress. So it'll pull out the data of the title of that product that has been purchased, and then the quantity, line item quantity. Here it will pull out the number of quantity that has been purchased and at what price. So at price again, as you can see here, everything is in these parentheses. You have to put these tags, the brackets at the end, at the beginning and the end, for the data to be captured. And line item price, so, right? So as you can see here, whatever changes you make here in the title description or the conversion description, it'll reflect here immediately. All right. So now what this does is you have set up pop-ups to show on your site every time a transaction is made, every time a purchase is made. These variables will be pulled out and they'll be shown to your visitors on your store. All right. So now once you've done that, you just have to click update. Just another quick image URL. As you can see here, you have a default image. You can change that image. You can either put in a manual image if you'd like to show the same image for all your pop-up conversion notifications, or if you have an image data file, image data variable which is captured in the data list, then you can pull out that variable. So let's say, for example, if it's img img hyphen gif or something like that, then you put that in those brackets, and you'll have that so that every time an image is available along with the transaction, that image will be pulled out. And instead of this image, you'll see that image of the product or the individual, whatever is pulled in, will show up here. All right. So once you're done with that, just click update. All right. Then go into your Shopify store. All right. Refresh this page, and now you will see. There you go. So this is the transaction that I did uh, 8 minutes ago. All right. So the test notification that we did, it just pulled out that data and is showing here. And then there were two notifications before that. So as you can see here, uh, the description is exactly as the data that we have configured in the pop-ups, and uh, it'll pull exactly that data that you want to display in your pop-up. You can customize the colors and even the languages. You could actually use a language of your own choice. You just have to copy and paste the translation here in the configuration in your dashboard, and you'll be able to see that language as well. So that's another point that I wanted to mention. All right. So that's about it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Uh, Please like it and share it. And if you have any more questions, then check out the help desk for all the knowledge base and articles. I'm also going to show you quickly help desk knowledge base articles that are already available. So if you have any doubts, you can simply go into this is a blog post that is available on our blog that gives you step by step. If you have issues with the video or language, then you can come in here and translate this page into whatever language. And then the same steps that I've showed you are all here with screenshots and step by step instructions. All right. Then you can come into the help desk, and in the help desk you have detailed steps on how to configure the configuration that I just showed you. This is it. How to configure real-time conversion notifications. And there are many related topics here that you can go through. All right, here this is again a screenshot, the same example that we did. It'll Yeah, you can see different examples I've illustrated with what you can do. What are the possible options, and I've chosen an example here. And then there's the same thing. The same procedure goes for if you want to create a counter conversions notification. So what we earlier saw was the latest conversion notification, and then this is the counter conversion notification, which tells how many products were sold, in a certain duration of time. So, like say, X products were sold in Y hours, right? So you can configure that, and then how to do it. You have an example here. Same way you use the variables of the data captured, and then you can create those pop-ups. So that's about it in this video, friends. I hope you liked it. And if you have any issues, you can always submit a ticket in the help desk itself. There are many ideas that we put up in the knowledge base, so you can look up those as well. Thank you so much for watching.